Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next recording, the next video lesson in the upper intermediate class. I have a new setting, so let's see how this works. We're going to look at grammar, you can see here, related to wish, both for present, future, and past. We're going to look at that in two separate parts. We're going to look at vocabulary related to feelings and the very important distinction between ED and ING. ED relates to us, ING relates to events. So we're going to look at that difference, and you're going to try to understand that difference once and for all, never make the mistake again. And then finally, you're going to practice with the audio files, the sentence rhythm and intonation. So let's get started. Wish you were here. This is a very common expression in English. Wish you were here. Miss you. Wish you were here. So we often have wishes, and we express it with the word wish. Now we're going to discuss how this is. It works very much like conditionals. When we talk about the present and the future, we use a past verb. When we about the past, we use past perfect. So again, this is very similar to what you see in the second and third conditionals. So let's go ahead and take a look. You can look at these. What do you wish for? Something that's probably not possible. I wish I were, well, I'm happy being myself, actually, but when I was younger, I had lots of wishes. I wish I was an astronaut. You can say was or were, but I prefer were. The book says you can use was. I wish, oh, I know. I wish I could work faster. I wish I had more energy. So we have lots of wishes in life. And sometimes, or most of the time, they're not going to be fulfilled, but sometimes they will be. So we're going to take a look at how we use wish. Now, this here is very interesting. If you look on this side of the page, you can go through some of these. I wish I didn't have to work today. I think a lot of people who are working felt this way. Here is a text, a conversation via text, and you're supposed to go through it and find out things that annoy you, things you don't like. And this is a great opportunity to use wish, because things that we don't like, we often express with that, I wish he would stop. I wish he wouldn't talk so much. I wish he wouldn't eat so much. I wish she wasn't always late. We all have these wishes, and we express them in the following manner. Let's go ahead and go down to the grammar, and you can see here, here are the rules with would and wouldn't infinitive. We're just gonna go straight to the grammar file. Now, the grammar file is a bit confusing. Let me explain. On the one side is what we're going to look at now, wish with present and future. And later in the chapter, you have present, wish with past regret. So let's go ahead and look at the first part, present and future. Now notice, if you're gonna wish something about now or the future, you use the past simple or would. It's just like second conditional. It's not real, so we express that unreal situation by using a different tense. We're talking about now, but I'm going to use the past because it's unreal. It's not happening. So here's the first one. I wish I was 10 years younger. Do you wish you were 10 years younger? If so, why? Tell your speaking partner why you wish you were 10 years younger. I wish I were 10 years younger because sometimes life isn't so bad and you'd like to live more of it when you're healthy and young. I wish I could understand what they're saying, but I don't know Chinese. Maybe you wish you knew Chinese. I wish I knew, past simple. I wish I knew Chinese, but I don't. I wish we didn't live so far from my parents. I wish I didn't live so far from my parents. I live very far. Europe to the United States is a big distance. So you can use these, as I mentioned before, you can say, I wish I were taller. I wish I was taller. I prefer were because it's an unreal scenario. And I'm used to saying were, but now people often say was. So it's now considered okay. Now we use would and wouldn't. We use wish plus person or thing plus would or wouldn't. Do you see how it's quite a little bit different here? So about things we would want to happen, stop happening, or that annoy us. And honestly, when we talk about wish, we often want to improve our life. I wish they wouldn't stay so long. So oftentimes it's to express an annoyance, which is quite funny. Now, what you don't do is you don't say, I wish I would, because it's a little bit too, it's just not something we do in English. You don't wish you would do something. You wish other people would do things. All right, now you have the homework right here. So this is the homework for the first one. Now here's what I would recommend. If you do the homework and you don't do very well, I would come back to this page. And you know what I would do? I would repeat the same examples they use with my own. So I told you, I wish I was 10 years younger, or I wish I were 10 years younger, because I could live longer, experience this great life. Here we have it, excuse me. We have here, I wish we didn't live so far from my parents. I will change that sentence and change it until you get comfortable. Notice this is the negative. Did is the past, but it's negative. Didn't live. Could is the past tense of can. So these are all simple past. Now, we just change the sentence, use it in your own life until you get comfortable. So I wish I didn't live so far from the grocery store. I don't like walking very far. When I have to buy groceries, I wish I lived closer to the grocery store. I wish I could speak Mandarin, Chinese. I wish I could speak Chinese. So we have, just use the examples in your own life if you are struggling with how to use this. Would is the same. Take the sentence and put it in your own terms. I wish the bus would come. I'm freezing. For me, I wish the plane would take off on time. Or I wish the taxi would arrive on time. I wish cyclists would cycle on the pavement. I wish drivers would drive the speed limit. I wish drivers would drive the speed limit. Or to use wouldn't, watch, I wish drivers wouldn't speed. I wish drivers of cars wouldn't speed. So go ahead and use these examples and convert it into your own. The reason this is such a great exercise is that you know the structure is right because you're borrowing the same structure. You're just now converting it into your own story, and that helps you to remember it longer. All right, let's go back up to the first grammar point here. Now, write 2 more things that annoy you and that you would change. This is actually going to be a quite interesting self-assessment. Now, we don't say, I wish I would, but you could say, like, I wish my studies were over. I wish my studies would be finished. Or you can talk about friends, things that annoy you with friends or family or your job. I wish my job would, I wish my boss would be kinder. I wish I wouldn't have, I wish I could get a promotion. That's could, that's the past, that's not would, but you can use these different practice, would, could, these are all okay. Now we're going to go to vocabulary, and this is where it gets quite interesting because ways of how we feel, we're talking about how we feel with I wish. We know what you're feeling because you tell us you wish things would be different. But we can express how we feel in 3 different ways. And this is actually a very good exercise. And I highly encourage you to practice this with your speaking partner or with yourself in the mirror. You can do both. So look at this. By using a verb, people who eat in the cinema really annoy me. Do they annoy you? I don't mind if people eat in the cinema, but I mind if they're noisy. If they eat very noisily, I don't like it. ING, people who eat in the cinema are really annoying. They are annoying, and guess what? I'm annoyed. I get annoyed, me, when people eat in the cinema. So don't do it. So now let's put it in our own words. This is going to be actually a bit difficult. Well, it could be. Let's keep people the same. What is something people do that annoy you? Let's think about this. I will say, oh, I know. People who talk loudly in public transport, in the metro, really annoy me. People who talk loud in public really annoy me. People who talk loud in public are really annoying. And finally, I get really annoyed when people talk loudly in public. What about you? What really annoys you? Try practicing these 3 ways. Now, here's what you want to do. Find out, determine which of these ways is you don't talk about it very much. You don't express this very often. Determine which one that is and practice it until it becomes very comfortable. This is how you start to improve. You identify the areas that you're less confident or you're just not used to it, and you practice it until it becomes a strength. You turn your weakness or insecurity into your strength. All right, and then we have some practice here below. If you take a look here. These are great exercises. I actually don't want to do them. I want you to do them. And guess what? Then you can listen and check with 519. Feelings adjectives have an ED form, but not an ING. Look at this. Impressed, impressive, not impressing. They are impressing me. No, they impressed me. They impress me. It sounds like it should work. Impressing sounds like it's okay, but unfortunately, it's not. Just so you know, these sentences here in the boxes are there for a reason. Use these to practice speaking. It really annoys me when people eat in the cinema. It is so annoying when people talk loudly in public. It drives me mad. It drives me crazy. In America, we say crazy. In Britain, they say mad. It drives me crazy when people drive very recklessly, really crazy drivers. All right. Now, here we have maybe we'll do this together. Number 1, you're going to complete sentences with a form of the adjective in bold. So we are extremely impressed by your CV. Your CV is extremely impressive. I get very stressed at work. My job is very stressful. If you want to think about it, pause the recording. I went very quickly there. I was really scared during the film. What about this? The ending was especially scary. SCARY. Number 4, I was delighted to meet Jane. She really is a delightful person. This, for some of you, these are completely new and it's going to be difficult. I was really offended by what you said. What you said was really offensive. Again, these are a little bit difficult. And so I think you're going to have to practice them. I'm making a note here for myself, but you're going to have to practice these. Now, here's how you can practice them. Choose 3 squares and think about what you're going to say. We might do this in the live as well. So, an embarrassing mistake you once made, and talk about it. I wish I hadn't spoken up in class because I didn't know. I thought I knew, but I wasn't 100% sure. Use these as great opportunities to speak, and then you can talk about adjectives of feelings. Embarrassing, embarrassment. I was embarrassed, depressed, disappointing, annoy, frustrating. If you go down, you can see where we're going to have to this is the focus. You can see here stress, frustrating. These are feeling adjectives. And so you're going to be able then to try to use them in different ways. And keep in mind, these are not just feeling adjectives. They're the most popular feeling adjectives. So you want to know how to use them in their various ways. Now, if you look at number 4, and this doesn't happen often, but here we have another grammar exercise, 2 grammar banks in one chapter or unit. We don't often have that, but we do here. So if you go down, very interestingly, this now is the second part. And we're using now, whereas we used wish for present and future, now we're using it for past. Now we have sort of the third conditional construction with wish plus past perfect talks about the past. I wish I had worked harder at school. This is where now we talk about things that, we made mistakes. Life is a learning process. We do things or did things we regret. I wish I hadn't got angry at that moment. That's a regret. I wish she had told me that earlier. So what we can do, again, if you're unclear, if past perfect scares you, use these examples and change it into your own words. Watch this. I wish I'd worked harder at school. Well, that's actually true for me. When I was younger, I wish I had worked harder in elementary school and in middle school. The second one, I wish I hadn't spoken to him like that. I wish I hadn't got angry with him. I wish she'd told me the truth about her feelings. Yeah, I wish they'd been more honest. I wish they had been more honest with me. Now, you can also use if only. Honestly, this is not very common. If only I had worked harder. Do you see how you can do it? It's very nice, actually. It's a very nice expression. If only I had worked harder at school. It's just not very commonly used, but you can use it. If only I had worked harder at school. I wish I had worked harder at school. Exactly the same. Just if only is much less common. And now you're going to have some homework to do. And finally, you're going to have some pronunciation, and don't take this pronunciation for granted. If you take something for granted, you don't appreciate the value. So take these very seriously, because these are opportunities to listen to native speakers that they have a different accent than I do, and try to improve your voice, because some of you will naturally gravitate or move towards this type of accent as opposed to mine. So use this opportunity to expose yourself to the different accents. And finally, this is small group work where you can work with a partner, a famous person. Tell other students about a famous person from the past you wish you'd met. I wish I had met whom? A live event you'd wish. I wish I had gone to this concert when they were still performing. I wish I had heard Mozart perform live in Austria, in Vienna. Okay, you can let your imagination run wild. Run wild means be very open and free about your ideas. All right, you've got some work to do. Take it step by step. These using wish sometimes can be a little bit tricky, just as the conditionals second and third are. Use this opportunity, go slow, and make sure that you go slowly. Make sure that you understand each step of the way. Good luck. Speak soon.